everybody, Craig Howie here of Howie Guitars, and just want to give you a quick rig rundown on this guitar here. Give you the details and the story behind it so that you kind of know how I built it and where it came from. First of all, I build all my guitars almost entirely by hand. I use some CNC for the harder inlays like you see on the peg head of this one, and for the carve of our bodies. But other than that, it's just a lot of sanding and just a lot of hard work, and I just do it out of my home here in Longmont, Colorado, in a home shop. So we don't make a lot of guitars, but you know that every guitar you get is going to have a lot of love behind it. So just give you an idea of how that comes from. So this is a Griffin model named after one of my sons, Griffin. One of the things that makes all the Griffins really special is the scale length. It's a super long scale length of 26.6 inches, and I took it that far. It's almost a baritone, but not quite. You know, I have it strung normally, but I love it because I have these big fat fingers, and it just gives me a lot more spread room. So if you're like me and you have big fat fingers, I think you'll really love the Griffin models. They're so nice to play with that extra space there. With this guitar, what I did is I put Gretsch Filtertrons in for the pickups. They're really nice and crisp. I love the Filtertrons. And I set it up with a master volume here and then a tone for each of your Filtertrons here. Got your switch here. To give you an idea of how she sounds, I've got it just plugged straight into an old Silvertone, Sears Silvertone amp from the 60s. No effects or anything, and I'm just going straight into the mic here on the camera so you can get an idea of the actual sound. So right there I'm on the neck, just the neck on the top. Give you both here. That's both of them, and then finding the bridge a lot more crisp. And like I said, you've got your tones here. So there you go. We name all of our guitars. This guitar is named Scar because I got a beautiful piece of quilted maple, but it had a really bad scar in it, and I figured, you know, gosh, it's gonna look weird if I try to do a stain or something. So we just went with the opaque black on the top here. So the top is quilted maple, but it's opaque black. On the back you've got swamp ash, which I love. It's really difficult to work with, so there's a lot of filler in there to get it nice and smooth, but other than that, it's wonderful. The neck is maple, and the peg head veneer is desert ironwood, which is just a really, really hard black wood. The inlay is mother of pearl. It's our simpler Griffin, but it's still pretty complex. And then you've just got the gold dots offset for the fretboard. The fretboard is ebony. And yeah, I think that's about it with this guitar. Please get a hold of me if you have any questions about this guitar or any other guitars I make or anything in general about Howie Guitars. And I really appreciate you watching the video, and thanks a lot.